Hello Leo, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy and predictions for the sign of Leo for the year of 2022. What a crazy year 2021 has been, and I would like to start off by saying really appreciate everybody who's been watching my content in this year of 2021. Your likes, comments, subscriptions, and shares really mean a lot to me, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. So if you are subscribed, stay subscribed. If you are one of those people who watches my videos but has not hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. I have some really great things coming in the road for the year 2022 on this channel. So with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. I do not do personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that's not me, that's someone impersonating me. Keep that in mind. And I do exclusive content on Instagram that you cannot find on YouTube. So definitely give me a follow there if you're on that platform. But let me make sure everything's set up here and in view. And then we'll get right into it for you. Leo. All right. Energy on the bottom. You have the King of Cups. So this is a card of talking. This card talks about potentially weathering an emotional storm, or sitting in sort of emotions here. Not exactly striking at this time, but rather taking perhaps a passive approach to something. I would say that a good way to describe the King of Cups is they don't rock the boat. They kind of allow things to happen. That can be good and bad in that it's good that they're not starting arguments, they're not rocking the boat, things along those lines, but at the same time, they also potentially have a problem with initiative and taking action. And so there's this energy with the King of Cups where it's this like nice blend of, being passive but not too passive is kind of the perfect, King of Cups, not Knight of Cups, King of Cups energy. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here. Some of you may, in this year of 2022, need to do something to like put the fire out, Leo, right? You are a fire sign, and you have these two kings really of opposite elements here with the water and fire here to start off. Some of you are going to really want to balance out your fire and your water in this year, okay? And so if you find yourself throughout the year getting a little bit too fiery about something, you may want to return to self, return to breath, and ask yourself what is going on, why that is happening. You do have counterparts here with the King and the Queen of Cups, which we'll get into more. You have also the Knight, so we have the Knight, the Queen, and the King of Cups. So very nice sort of progression of people in your life, maybe water signs coming in for you here in this year. But right away, you have the King of Wands. I love this card in the tarot. It does not matter what gender you are, by the way. These cards really just talk about masculine and feminine energies. Anybody can take on any energy of any card in the tarot. And the King of Wands is the classic entrepreneur in the tarot. This is the most passionate person in the room. Also one of my high skill cards. This person is quite talented. Do you see the star here on the throne? This indicates that this person is potentially the star of the show. So Leo, this King of Wands can absolutely be referring to you. This is any fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or any other placement in their chart. And so this could absolutely be referring to you. You may be taking on business ventures. Some of you may be starting something. Some of you may be progressing in the ranks. Some of you may be the star of the show at your job this year. If you are employed, if you're self-employed, looks very, very good for that in this year of 2022. So I'm getting the sense that, you're going to be dealing with some people here in this year, obviously, but there are, at least four court cards on this reading plus the Hermit, which, yeah. So I get the sense that that's going to be a big theme for you in this year of 2022, different people coming in and leaving, entering and exiting, if you will. And I also think this idea of whatever you need to do to balance out your fire and your water is going to be very important for you. So in the first column, you have the Knight of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. As I said, Knight, Queen, King, Cups energies here progressing. Cups we know are emotions, joy, relationships, celebration, things of that nature, creativity, love. And so those themes could be present here for you in this year as it relates to people. The Knight of Cups is somebody potentially coming in and maybe sweeping you off your feet, if you will. This could certainly be romantic for some of you. For others of you, this could be the arrival of a happy event in your life or some sort of creative event or offer in your life. Definitely good energy when you get the Knight of Cups. You have this Five of Wands as well. It is perhaps on the table here that this is what I'm talking about with this Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a conflict, okay? And so if we're saying that this King of Wands is you in this reading, again, doesn't matter the gender, if this King of Wands is you, with the Five of Wands in between two people cards, there may be a conflict here between you and a water sign or between you and somebody who has water qualities. And you may want to ask yourself, is it actually worth it to engage in this battle? As you see, the people are sparring here on the cards, and you may need to, I don't want to say bite your tongue, but that's exactly what the King of Cups would do. I think you're going to have to ask yourself, is it worth it this year? You have the Queen of Cups as well. Another card here, this is the traditional therapist in the tarot, somebody who's in the helping professions. Could be a way shower. This is like the second most intuitive card in the tarot, Leo. So you want to tap into what your body is telling you, what your intuition is telling you here, especially as it relates to arguments, being argumentative, anything like that. Is it really worth it? And I think there is also this theme here of you maybe needing to take care of yourself. And that is probably where this balancing out the fire and the water energy is coming in. So in the middle column, you have the Hermit, the King of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. So the Hermit here is, how many, we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 3 major arcana and a whole lot of court cards. So definitely some big themes with people in your life, just kind of, not to sound like a broken record, but that's what's going on. The Hermit here is somebody who is sort of traveling the universe for answers, for knowledge. As you see, they are alone on this battle. This is not a battle, but on this journey, I should say, rather. This is also Virgo energy, okay? And so you're going deep, maybe. You're diving deep on something here. This Hermit also finds in their journey, in their travels, that the light is not only within the lantern, but it's also within themselves. And for you, I think that there's this theme here developing where your guiding light is going to be internal for you. And I think that there's some sort of internal message here coming forward in the cards for you at this time. Now in the lower row here, you have the Seven of Pentacles. This is talking about some sort of long-term investment that maybe you've been working on in the year 2021, finally paying off. This person here on the card has planted the tree a long time ago. And finally, the pentacles are ready to be harvested. And they're asking themselves at this time, do they want to change course? Do they want to change action or change direction here? Because they've realized how long it's taken for these pentacles to grow. And they're asking themselves, should I go in a different direction? Am I working too hard? So you have a long-term investment here paying off, but at the same time, you may come to the understanding that you also need to take care of yourself with all of these cups energies. And that's what I'm kind of feeling. Some of you may be making a directional change. I'll be interested to see how we clarify. In the future, or in the last column rather, you have the Star, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Five of Cups. So we have another Cups card here coming in. I'll start here. Normally don't start down here, but I will. So look, I feel like this is a card that indicates somebody who's sitting in disappointment. They're thinking about the spilled cups when they're not realizing that there are 2 cups behind them overflowing. And what I think this is talking about for many of you is this conflict here. And I do get the sense that for some of you, this is an internal conflict around, do you change directions? For others of you, this is quite literally a conflict with another person. And I get the sense that this is going to wash over you pretty quickly. this Five of Cups, where it's like you may even ask yourself in this year, like, is it, I just keep saying, is it really worth it? Is kind of the key word of this reading so far. But you end the reading here on an incredibly high note. Two amazing cards. This is Jupiter energy, okay? The Wheel of Fortune's major luck, major success, the winds of change, the wheel of your destiny here spinning, positive change. The Wheel of Fortune also always brings change, but really positive, lucky change as well, especially with the Seven of Pentacles. And the Star, which is a wish granted, okay? And also somebody who's sitting in healing waters of renewal. I do feel like any conflicts you'll work through. This is also a card of potentially being in the spotlight, being in the limelight here. And it's just a really good card of wishes coming true. So you have something coming through here in this year. So I really like this. Let's go ahead and clarify. If you're enjoying this, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not already. Drop a comment to let me know what you think. Maybe share this video with a friend. Also really appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. And check out my website. There's a link to that in the description below. You can sign up for my email list. I might be doing something with my email list here in 2022. So you have powerful card, Lady Venus. Downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Downloads coming in here with the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know why I never read the Wheel of Fortune as downloads, but I'm getting that with that energy. You have Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. We have that message coming in around this guiding light being internal for you. You have Katumi, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Okay, it's time to trust here. It's time to trust the messages of your soul, of your intuition in this year. It's going to help you through the journey of 2022 for you. Let's see what else we get. Okay, we had a card that wanted to come out, and it makes sense. If you believe a year from now, interesting. And let's see here, success. Okay, so a lot of people get stressed about that year from now card. Timelines change. You need to understand this about tarot readings. We're reading a timeline now, but you have free will. So you have the power to change any aspect of this reading. So the choices that you make may move this year from now up or back. Do you see what I'm saying? On your timeline. So it doesn't need to be a year from now. It could be in the year that we are talking about that you find success. It could also be something that happened a year ago, as I always like to say with that card. And so there is a major win here with success, with the Star, with the Wheel of Fortune. There's no question about it. The King of Wands, a successful person. Knight of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, major success energy here. And again, there's some sort of intuitive download of information here coming in for you. You have the Six of Cups, you have the Fool, and the Four of Swords. Okay, so really nice energy here to clarify. This Knight of Cups might be someone from the past coming back in. So when I do, when I read love energy, I don't always say that it's a great idea to go back with your ex because there's a reason why they're your ex, but there are times when you work it out. And if this is a toxic situation, I'm never going to say you should go back, okay? Like, I'm not that reader. So you're going to make your own choice and you're going to figure out what's best for you. But this person with the Knight of Cups that's coming in could be someone from the past. You have the Fool, could be a new beginning with that person. But I also feel like there's this conflict here, and I get the sense that you will approach this conflict in a way that you haven't approached conflicts before, where you may achieve some level of soul growth here around something. The Fool is a powerful card. It really only comes forward when you're ready, and it's when you're ready to make a new start, when you're ready to take a leap of faith in a new direction. And so along with that, you have this Four of Swords with the Queen of Cups. This Four of Swords is talking about, again, this is just driving the point home that it's going to be important for Leos here in this year to rest and also put out the fire every now and then, because you can't be all fire all the time. I can't tell you what to do, but that's what the cards are saying. So you have the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. So, Three of Pentacles here, teammates, team situations. It's getting rewarded and recognized. You may feel isolated from your colleagues if you're in an office. Some of you may decide to make a change because of that. Because of that energy, you may feel isolated because of that. And or you may make a change because of that. But on the other end, you are getting rewarded, you are getting recognized, you are getting praised, maybe from an authority figure or someone like that coming in here. For some of you, it's a really nice card. You may even be like a builder or an artisan. You may work with your hands or be a creative professional or doing something like that. I do feel like regardless of what it is that you do, you have something that you bring to the table that makes you extremely valuable to a workplace with the King of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. So you have this Nine of Swords as well, which is, again, this is somebody who's having a nightmare. Okay, they're in the middle of a nightmare. And it's one of these stress cards. It's going to be important that you really, do something to level out your stress here, Leo, in this year. I do feel like it's relating to a conflict. It could be with this person from the past. It could be with a teammate. Or even a mother-father type of deal with the King and the Queen of Cups. It really depends on your situation. I'm not really getting friend energy. I feel like it's not that, but yeah. The Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, love to see that combination for you. That's definitely an energy of you've like made the practical choices. Like I feel like some of you have made smart investments. Like you've maybe saved more than you've spent. Your money, saved more money than you've spent this year, or there's something here where if that is not what you did in the year 2022, that's going to be in focus for you, where you're really going to get serious about budgeting, about planning, about making practical choices with the money that you have. You have the Sun, the Page of Cups, and the Three of Cups. I knew we were going to get that card. I kept saying the Three of Cups, and here it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe, just as I said, it's not a friend, but, the Three of Cups is your social circle, and the Five of Cups is a disappointment. So somebody here in, your family, your family, this person from the past, or maybe a colleague, I guess it could be a friend now that we have this, is disappointing you. And this is stressing you out. There's maybe like a conflict or something like this going on here around this energy. But at the end of the day, that you have a happy ending here, okay? Because you have the Page of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. If it's not this person from the past, it's someone else coming in just at the right time. And some of you will be starting a new relationship in the year of 2022. Not everybody, but some of you absolutely will with the Page of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. It will be a fated connection. It will feel fated in some way. With the Sun as well, which is literally the best card to get in the tarot. The Sun and the Star is one of my favorite combinations specifically because it's like, who doesn't want the Sun and the Stars, right? The entire universe is available to you with that combination. The Sun is total happiness, total positivity, total success. You do have this Three of Swords on the bottom. It could mean that there is a breakup from the past on your mind. I don't know about that past energy. It's really hard to say. Let's see what else we get here. But I know some of you, while you may be healing from heartbreak, you're also welcoming in someone else into your life. I know it's a bit of a mixed message, but these are yearly readings, so you're going to get a lot of different messages in a reading like this, at least, yeah. Okay, so you have imprisonment, unexpected income, lovers, thoughts, false person, family room. This false person here, yeah, so one of these people, yeah, so like you're absolutely there's some sort of argument in this year, and I don't want to fear cast, but that's, oftentimes part of life. And it could literally be a mixed bag where it's a family member or it's a person from the past here with family room, but there is somebody who is going to hurt you or disappoint you in this year. And the challenge is to balance out that fire in that water and figure out what you can do to move forward here. Because as you do that, there's this other massive relationship coming in, like a fated, destined connection for many of you with the Page of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, Lovers, Sun, and the Star. Person or a situation from the past leaving you trapped. It could even be your thoughts leaving you trapped or something along those lines. I love the unexpected income. Some of you are due for a raise or an upgrade in some ways, especially with wealthy man on the bottom. Again, this is no gender here. Just anybody can be wealthy man. It's somebody who's successful at investing and at trading and being good with their money. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zanintuitive.com. You have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.